Vikings holding on to the football as we jump into the action in the first quarter. 3rd and 19. Back to throw. Grant. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Fox. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
18 19 Lions.
Off play action. Chamberlain. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Off the play fake. Chamberlain. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Off play action. Chamberlain. Hard throw. Incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They get this out quickly to the left side, but he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Grant, and he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. To throw from his end zone. Grant. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 37 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Grant. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They run behind center with Gainwell. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kenneth Gainwell, 26 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And that trims the lead down to 9. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They go play action here on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Off the play fake. Chamberlain. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
They're going to try and throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Throwing to start the drive. Grant finding Hawkinson here on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Grant under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Will Anderson in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off the points for themselves. And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Off play action. Chamberlain. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off the play fake. Chamberlain. He finds his man, complete. That's Fox. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Chamberlain. As the crossing route, he finds Brickman. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Fox. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Off the play fake. Chamberlain. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. McPherson's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Gainwell. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13.
Well, I think it's back. Or should I say in today's game, the surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now finally got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So we've reached halftime here on All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're able to work this to the 24 before it's all said and done. On first down, Chamberlain. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Isaiah Likely, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Mekhi Blackman's got it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Grant. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Chamberlain. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on 1st down. Grant looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Back to throw. Grant, nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Well, the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Colts get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off play action. Grant. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Pressure comes, and down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready, set,
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Off the option, that's complete. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They get this out left. No gain on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. Touchdown! A great play there. Taking it in. And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession, and they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Grant. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to pick up the Vikings 1st down by a good 3 yards as they convert on 4th and 5. They'll look to throw again. Got his man. It's Gainwell. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Kenneth Gainwell. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have got...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it, and a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play?
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. To throw on 3rd down. Grant. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. As As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
Okay, great.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own
18 runners, 18 runners.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On first and 10, Chamberlain. From the left side, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So he stopped for no gain, and it's second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. And it's caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. This offense on third down today, can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This will be a tough third and 18.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Take it at the 37. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
That is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another first and 10.
This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And out now come the Vikings.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this...
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a close TD. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Milano in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Looking to throw on second down. Grant. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On first down, Grant. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
He has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
The CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.